You absolutely need to hear this before July 14th. This is not just another astrological update. It's a spiritual emergency broadcast. What's about to unfold in our solar system will not only shift celestial alignments, but will also ripple through your soul. On July 14th and 15th, a rare cosmic alignment occurs. Mercury reaches Aeolian, its furthest point from the Sun. While astronomers may categorize this as just a minor orbital curiosity, the spiritually aware know better. This marks the start of a profound energetic test. At Aeolian, Mercury, the planet of mind, communication, perception, and divine messages, is at its quietest yet most revealing point. Its whisper becomes a roar for those who listen. This position weakens the rational mind but amplifies intuition, dreams, and inner voice. It's during this window that many will be tested, not in external chaos, but in the silence of their own thoughts. This isn't an accident. The universe is orchestrating an upgrade of consciousness. When Mercury retreats to this distant orbit, it is symbolically urging humanity to retreat inward. It's a cosmic call for inner alignment. Many will overlook this event entirely, yet its consequences will echo in the days and weeks ahead. Those who are unawakened may feel anxiety, confusion, or emotional waves they cannot explain. But for those attuned, this is a divine download. A chance to receive higher wisdom, purpose, and inner recalibration. This moment is intensified by the recent powerful Capricorn full moon, a moon that cracked open old structures, revealed hidden fears, and prepared the soil for transformation. If you felt an unusual emotional intensity over the past few days, that was no coincidence. It was the prelude to this energetic climax. The July 14th and 15th window is not about doing more. It's about being more aligned, more honest, more receptive. Messages will arrive, often in dreams, sudden insights, or déjà vu-like moments. Your job is to stay present enough to catch them. Many people will miss these messages because they're chasing distractions, immersed in chaos, or running on autopilot. But not you. If you're hearing this, your higher self is already awakening. Your intuition will be heightened. Coincidences will intensify. Conversations will carry extra weight. And the universe will speak in signs, patterns, numbers, perhaps even through this video. The most important thing to remember during this time is to ground yourself. Journal your thoughts. Stay hydrated. Meditate in silence. Spend time in nature. This cosmic alignment can be a rebirth if you allow it. It's a moment of recalibration, a thinning of the veil. Energetically, think of it like an X-ray of the soul. Everything hidden becomes visible, for better or worse. Your limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging patterns, emotional shadows, they'll rise. Not to destroy you, but to be healed. Avoid confrontation during this window. Mercury's position means communication is fragile. Misunderstandings can erupt. Instead, listen more than you speak. Observe before reacting. Let go of the urge to fix everything. The universe is already doing the fixing within you. This isn't just a personal moment, it's a collective initiation. Humanity is crossing a subtle threshold. Many people are being pushed to awaken, to realign, to shed the illusions of the ego. This July 14th to 15th window is a soul checkpoint. Will you listen to the calling, or fall back into noise and numbness? You may experience strange dreams, emotional outbursts, moments of deep clarity, followed by fatigue. All of this is part of the download. Trust the process. Trust your soul. And most importantly, stay in integrity. Anything built on falseness, relationships, careers, identities, will begin to feel heavy or break down. But don't fear the breakdown. It's just the old making room for the new. On the other side of this storm lies clarity, power, purpose. Remember, When the mind is quiet, the soul speaks. And right now, the universe is speaking directly to you. This spiritual weather report is brought to you by Infinity Beyond, your companion in cosmic truth and soul alignment. Make sure to follow for more updates on how the stars, planets, and energies are shaping our collective evolution. The test has already begun, and it's unfolding inside your mind. July 14th and 15th aren't just days marked by planetary motion. They are energetic thresholds that divide the unconscious from the awakened. Mercury, the planet of intellect and perception, is now stationed at Aeolian, its furthest, most spiritually potent position from the Sun. And when Mercury stands so distant, it doesn't go silent. It whispers ancient truths. This moment isn't about logic or plans. It's about what lies beneath them. Mercury at Aeolian deconstructs the intellect to rebuild intuition. It forces a reckoning with the stories you've been telling yourself. Are they yours, or inherited from pain, past lives, old paradigms? Many will experience what feels like confusion, a fog of the mind, or even miscommunications with loved ones. That is Mercury's exam. It's not punishment, it's purification. Your thoughts are being restructured so they can finally align with your soul's blueprint. But first, you must witness the chaos. This spiritual weather creates a mirror effect. You may find yourself revisiting memories, regrets, or what-if questions. It's not to trap you in the past, it's to expose what still holds emotional charge. Whatever still holds power over you, still holds lessons. You are being asked to examine your beliefs about yourself. Mercury governs perception, and perception is everything. The truth is, your life is not defined by what happens, but how you interpret it. And this is a rare cosmic opportunity to recalibrate that lens. You may notice that old patterns are surfacing again. You thought you had healed from them, yet here they are. Why? Because this alignment pierces the layers of healing that were only surface deep. This time, you're invited to go deeper, to stop managing symptoms and begin true inner alchemy. This is why grounding is so crucial right now. Take long walks without your phone. Let your mind breathe. Journal without censorship. Meditate not to escape, but to listen. The quieter you become, the more the universe will speak. Dreams during this window will be supercharged. Don't dismiss them. Your subconscious is working overtime to process multidimensional messages. Keep a notebook by your bed. You might receive a name, a symbol, or a strange emotion that doesn't make sense. Yet, trust that it will. For those who walk a spiritual path, this is a time to reconnect with your soul contracts. What did you come here to do? Who did you come here to help? What part of your power have you been avoiding? Mercury at Aeolian offers clarity, but only for those willing to listen with their heart. This alignment is also activating a collective field. You may notice more people around you expressing confusion, breakdowns, even emotional volatility. Do not absorb this energy. You are not here to fix others. You are here to anchor light. This means protecting your energy. Unfollow chaotic social media. Set healthy boundaries in conversations. Spend time in sacred spaces, whether that's a physical altar, a nature trail, or quiet time under the stars. The soul doesn't need much to speak, just presence. Mercury is called the messenger of the gods in ancient mythology. And right now, that messenger is delivering downloads from beyond the veil. These insights won't come in dramatic lightning bolts. They arrive softly, like a nudge, a whisper, a knowing that defies logic. You are in the void, and the void is fertile. It is the space between stories, the gap where transformation can begin. Trust it. Surrender the need to know and instead open to feel. The old ways of thinking will not carry you forward. The new path begins in stillness. This is why the universe orchestrated this moment. And it's no accident you're hearing this now. Your soul drew you to this message because it's ready. Ready to remember. Ready to rise. On a practical level, you may be guided to clean out your physical space. Declutter your home. Let go of symbolic items that carry old versions of you. This act of cleansing invites new energy to enter. As within, so without. Also, watch your words. Mercury governs communication, and its distance from the sun means words carry extra power. Speak consciously, listen fully, and don't rush to respond. Pause, reflect, then reply. This isn't a race, it's a ritual. The veil between dimensions is thinner now. You may sense ancestors, guides, or even past life energies making contact. Don't fear it. This is all part of the integration. You're being woven into a bigger tapestry than your mind can grasp. Every breakdown, every flash of insight, every uncomfortable moment this week, it's all a sacred recalibration. You are not broken. You are being reassembled. Trust the breakdown. It carries the blueprint for your rebirth. And above all, stay awake. The world will try to lull you back into the illusion. But the universe is asking you to remember. This message is offered to you by Infinity Beyond, where science meets soul and astrology becomes a mirror for your evolution. If you feel the call, subscribe now. The next download is coming. You may be wondering why everything feels quiet, why things seem stuck, why, in a moment when you expected divine clarity or cosmic fireworks, there is only stillness. But this, too, is part of the design. During this Mercury alignment, when the messenger planet is farthest from the sun, many are interpreting this energetic shift as silence. But this is not silence. It's spiritual signal compression. You're not disconnected. You're being fine-tuned. The illusion of silence is one of the final tests, because when the noise dies down, your ego panics. It feeds on movement, validation, distraction. But the soul thrives in stillness. This perceived void is not emptiness. It's pure potential. During July 14th and 15th, the space between your thoughts is more active than the thoughts themselves. Mercury governs communication, but from Aeolian, its messages come in riddles, synchronicities, and symbolic language, not literal instructions. You are being asked to shift how you listen. Most people are not comfortable with stillness. In silence, you meet yourself. You hear the doubts, the forgotten dreams, the buried grief, but also your truest voice. That is what this alignment is unlocking. Your soul's language. You may feel adrift. Plans you made are no longer exciting. People you once resonated with may suddenly feel distant. This is all part of a vibrational recalibration. You are being realigned with what truly matches your soul's evolution, not your past version. In this process, confusion is normal. Grief is normal. Even boredom is part of the path. But don't mistake these symptoms for regression. You're not going backward. You're pausing to pivot. The great lie of our age is that progress must always be loud and visible. But the deepest growth happens in the dark. Seeds sprout in soil, not sunlight. Caterpillars dissolve into goo before becoming butterflies. You are in your cocoon phase. This is your inner winter. Honor it. You don't need to force clarity right now. In fact, forcing anything during this alignment will only create resistance. This Mercury cycle wants you to feel your way forward, not think your way through. Let go of timelines. Release the pressure to figure it all out. Answers will come, but not on your schedule. They will arrive when you are calm, present, and trusting. Often they emerge through quiet moments, a conversation with a stranger, lyrics of a song, a recurring dream symbol. Watch for patterns. This is the language of the soul. Mercury, from its distant vantage, illuminates what's usually overlooked. The subtle emotions, the split-second instincts, the quiet no when your mind says yes. These are the signals guiding you home. And here's the paradox. The more lost you feel, the closer you are to transformation. Because being lost just means your old identity no longer fits, but your new one hasn't fully emerged. You're in the in-between, a liminal space. And that's sacred. During this time, don't seek to escape the stillness. Instead, deepen into it. Create sacred rituals. Light a candle. Breathe intentionally. Listen to music that stirs your soul. Speak aloud to your guides or ancestors. The veil is thinner now. They're listening. Be gentle with yourself. Your nervous system is integrating massive downloads, even if you don't consciously feel it. Rest more. Hydrate. Spend time in nature. Reduce screen time. Eat grounding foods. You may also notice strange sensations in your body. Buzzing in the ears, heaviness in the chest, tightness in the jaw, vivid dreams, or emotional surges that seem unprovoked. All of these are part of the integration process. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's energetic reality. As Mercury aligns with deep cosmic forces, electromagnetic frequencies shift. Your brain waves adjust, your heart intelligence activates, and your DNA receives information from higher planes. This may sound overwhelming, but remember, your soul chose to be here now. You are not behind, you are not broken. You are being prepared. The universe never wastes an awakening. And if you're watching this, you've already said yes to your next level. The only thing you must do is trust the pause. Stop searching, start receiving. This is your realignment window. It may not look like progress, but your frequency is changing. Your vision is expanding, and your path is becoming clearer with every breath, even if you can't see it yet. So, when the silence feels deafening, smile. That silence is sacred. It's the sound of your ego quieting and your soul speaking. This is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of your becoming. Let the silence teach you. And as always, this message is brought to you by Infinity Beyond, a space where spiritual truth meets cosmic alignment. Subscribe now and stay with us as we decode the soul's journey through the stars. Have you been confronting parts of yourself that you thought were long gone? Emotions you buried, behaviors you thought you'd healed, or fears you believed you had conquered? Resurfacing now with intensity? This is not regression. This is revelation. The Mercury alignment on July 14th and 15th is not simply a planetary position. It is a mirror, held directly in front of your soul. And in that mirror, you're not just seeing your light, you're seeing your shadow. But what exactly is the shadow? It's everything you've disowned, the emotions you repressed, the desires you labeled as wrong, the behaviors you denied. And now, because the energetic veils are thin, it's rising to the surface, asking to be seen, integrated, and reclaimed. Mercury governs communication, yes, but when stationed far from the sun, it doesn't just affect the way you communicate with others. It alters the way you communicate with yourself. The thoughts you repeat, the judgments you hold, the guilt, shame, anger, insecurity, all the mental loops that have gone unexamined. In this cosmic configuration, Mercury becomes a psychological X-ray. The closer you look, the more you see. And some of what you see may be hard to accept. You might feel unusually irritated, reactive, even exhausted. That's because your internal landscape is being stirred. It's like a spiritual detox. The sludge must rise before the clarity can settle. And Mercury, in its detached orbit, offers a unique chance to witness your own mind without judgment. This witnessing is powerful. When you observe your patterns instead of being consumed by them, you shift from reaction to response, from ego to soul, from story to awareness. Think of this time as a sacred inventory. What beliefs still linger that were formed in pain? What narratives do you tell about your worth, your relationships, your future that keep you small? This is the moment to rewrite them. Because Mercury at Aeolian is not just here to reveal, it's here to reprogram. But you must participate in the process. You must be willing to feel it all, not analyze it, not bypass it, just feel. That means when the sadness comes, don't push it away. When the jealousy shows up, don't judge it. When the fear rises, breathe with it. These emotions are not enemies, they are messengers. Each one holds a key to a door you've kept locked. And here's the deeper truth. Your shadow is not broken. It's beautiful. It's the part of you that protected you when you were younger, when you didn't know how else to survive. It's the armor you built in a world that demanded you hide your magic. But now you no longer need to hide. The Mercury mirror is showing you not just what needs healing, but what wants freedom. This is a liberation portal. You may feel resistance. That's normal. The ego doesn't like change. It fears the unknown. But the soul is braver than the ego, and your soul is ready. During this time, triggers will be amplified. Take note. What upsets you reveals what's unresolved. What drains you shows you what's misaligned. What inspires you shows you what's being birthed. Use these reactions as data. Don't spiral. Observe. Mercury's gift is insight, but only when you slow down enough to hear it. Here's a powerful practice. Every time you feel triggered, ask yourself, what part of me is speaking right now? Is it the wounded child, the anxious protector, the shamed teenager, the unloved version of me? Give that part a voice. Give it compassion. Speak to yourself with gentleness, because right now you're being reparented by the universe. You're being taught to nurture what you once neglected. And don't be surprised if people from your past reappear. Mercury governs not just communication, but also reconnection. Old friends, former lovers, even past wounds may resurface, not to drag you backward, but to remind you of how far you've come. Treat these returns as reflections. What lesson is still incomplete? What boundary needs reinforcing? What closure is still open? You don't need to respond to every message or invitation. Sometimes healing is a quiet goodbye. Also, be mindful of what you consume. Words are spells. Music, media, conversations, they all affect your frequency. Choose content that nourishes your nervous system. Avoid drama, conflict, and doom scrolling. You're in a sensitive psychic window. Protect your peace. The most important reminder? You are not your shadow, but your shadow is part of you. Integration doesn't mean perfection. It means honesty, wholeness, harmony between all your inner voices. This is the evolution the Mercury mirror offers. Not more light, but balanced light. Not denial of pain, but honoring of pain's wisdom. This is the work of awakening. It's messy, it's humbling, but it's holy. And you're not alone. This message is shared with you by Infinity Beyond, your sanctuary for spiritual truth and cosmic insight. If this resonates, subscribe and continue the journey with us. More is being revealed, moment by moment. Have you noticed the sudden flashes of insight lately? The inner knowing that seems to appear out of nowhere, the vivid dreams, or the goosebumps when something just clicks? These are not coincidences, they are cosmic downloads, and they are arriving faster than ever. Mercury's journey to its farthest point from the Sun isn't just about astrology, it's about transmission. The messenger planet is no longer drowned in solar noise. It's quiet, clear, and profoundly connected to the higher realms. It's beaming messages directly to your consciousness. These downloads can feel like random thoughts, spontaneous ideas, urges to shift your routine, or intense emotional clarity. But beneath them is a deeper architecture, a pattern of encoded energy that aligns with your soul's journey. Right now, you are a receptor, a satellite, a living antenna. And Mercury, from its detached orbit, is sending signals not just to your mind, but to your field, your energy body, your dreams, your intuition. But the question is, are you receiving? Receiving a download isn't about effort. It's not about studying astrology or meditating for hours. It's about presence, receptivity, stillness, the ability to notice the whisper before the noise resumes. Here's the truth. You're probably already receiving messages. You just haven't slowed down enough to notice them. That sudden urge to call someone? The pull to reread a certain book? The shiver when you hear a specific lyric? These are the ways the universe speaks. And right now, Mercury is amplifying that voice. To fully receive, you must prepare your vessel. This means creating space in your physical, mental, and emotional reality. Clean your room. Delete old apps. Journal without filters. Cry if you need to. Your clarity expands as you clear the clutter. There's also a reason many people feel emotionally overwhelmed this week. Think of your energy field as a hard drive. It needs to be defragmented before new files can be uploaded. The tears, the restlessness, the deep reflection, it's all part of the clearing. This isn't random. It's divine timing. As Mercury continues its arc through Elion, you'll notice synchronicities intensify, repeating numbers, recurring themes in conversations, shared dreams with people you're close to. These aren't just signs, they're alignment markers. The universe confirming you're tuned in. Keep a downloads journal. It doesn't have to be structured. Just jot down anything that feels meaningful, even if it doesn't make sense yet. The dots will connect in retrospect. Another practice? Use water as a conduit. Mercury is associated with communication, and water is a powerful medium for vibrational clarity. Take longer showers or baths. Drink more purified water. Speak intentions into your water before drinking. Also, don't dismiss physical sensations. You may feel tingling at the crown of your head, heart flutters, pressure in the third eye. These are not symptoms to fear, they are signs of recalibration. Your body is attuning to new frequencies. And what about dreams? They may become more symbolic, surreal, even prophetic. Write them down. Analyze the emotions more than the events. Mercury speaks in symbols. Decoding them is part of your soul's training. You may also experience creative explosions, sudden ideas for projects, artwork, videos, conversations. Don't second-guess them. These downloads are often precursors to timelines shifting. Act on them, even in small steps. But here's the paradox. While the information is arriving fast, your response must be slow, grounded, measured. Let the ideas settle before taking massive action. Feel them integrate. Let them breathe. Think of this like breathing in. Right now, you're in the inhale of the download. Action will come later, in the exhale. Trust the rhythm. The most important reminder? You are worthy of receiving. Many block downloads because they believe they're not spiritual enough, not intuitive enough, not ready. But you wouldn't be experiencing this alignment if your soul hadn't already said yes. So affirm your readiness. I am open to receive the highest guidance for my soul's path. I trust what I feel, even when I don't understand. I allow the wisdom of the cosmos to flow through me. These words matter. Mercury is language. Every phrase you speak becomes a spell, a signal. Speak consciously, speak lovingly, and speak your truth, out loud, into the world. Because the world needs your truth. This Mercury alignment is a turning point not just for individuals, but for the collective. The downloads you receive are not just for you. They are meant to be shared, expressed, lived. When you act on divine insight, you become a vessel for transformation. For your family, your community, even the collective grid of human consciousness. That's the power of this moment, and you're not alone in it. This message is brought to you by Infinity Beyond, your spiritual companion, through the unseen currents of the cosmos. If this resonates, join us, subscribe, and let's keep navigating the downloads together. The peak of Mercury's distant alignment has passed, but don't be fooled. The energy has not vanished. In fact, this is where the true integration begins. If the days leading up to July 14th and 15th were about receiving, awakening, and shedding old patterns, then the days that follow are about anchoring, embodying, and evolving. You are standing at the threshold of a new energetic chapter. And just like a storm clears the air for fresh sunlight, this cosmic event has cleared away layers of fog you didn't even know existed. Now you must walk forward with new eyes. Mercury's journey through Aeolian brought not only revelations, but responsibilities. Because once you know who you are becoming, you can't pretend to be who you were. The illusion is broken, the shadow exposed, the inner voice now louder than ever. Many people will begin to feel a strange emotional contrast in the days after the alignment. Moments of peace, followed by deep fatigue. Excitement followed by anxiety. Inspiration followed by uncertainty. This is natural. You are energetically recalibrating to a new frequency. Think of it like returning from a long voyage. You've traveled deep into yourself and now you're back. But the world hasn't changed. You have. Your challenge is to live as your new self in the same old environment. To bring your inner transformation into the outer world. To walk differently. Speak more clearly. Create with intention. Live in integrity. And this is not always easy. This is the part where most people fall back into old habits. The ego tries to reassert control. Doubts creep in. The downloads you received begin to feel like distant dreams. That's why this phase is critical. The post-alignment window is a spiritual test of embodiment. It's one thing to feel inspired when the energies are high and the signs are flashing. It's another thing to stay committed when the magic fades and life gets noisy again. So what can you do? First, create rituals to anchor what you've learned. Maybe it's writing morning affirmations based on your downloads. Maybe it's changing your daily routine to match your new values. Maybe it's a weekly walk in silence to reconnect with your clarity. Whatever it is, make it real, tangible, repeatable. Because embodiment doesn't happen by accident, it happens through sacred habits. Second, be selective with your energy. After such a profound alignment, your aura is still open. You are more sensitive than usual. Avoid situations that drain you or people who don't respect your growth. You don't have to explain your transformation to anyone. Just live it. Third, start speaking your truth more boldly. Mercury governs voice, communication, and expression. Now that it's completed its soul journey, it's time to use your voice with purpose. Whether it's in a conversation, a social media post, a creative project, or a private prayer, let your truth be heard. There's also a surge of new purpose arising for many people right now. You may feel called to shift careers, start a new creative path, deepen a relationship, or release one entirely. Don't ignore these nudges. They are echoes from the soul, still reverberating through your intuition. And here's a reminder, you don't need to have everything figured out. This new energy is about movement, not perfection. About alignment, not control. You are allowed to be a beginner again. In fact, that's where all magic starts. Give yourself grace. There may still be days where you feel foggy or unclear. That doesn't mean you're off track. It means your body, mind, and soul are syncing. Mercury's energy is subtle. It doesn't shout. It nudges, gently. Listen to your body. Rest when needed. Eat grounding foods. Take salt baths. Journal. Meditate. Surround yourself with beauty. These small acts tell your system, we are safe to grow. And now that the gateway has opened, you will start seeing people, opportunities, and information show up that match your new frequency. Say yes when it feels right. Say no when it doesn't. Your discernment is your compass now. Finally, remember, you are a transmitter now. Just as you received downloads during the alignment, you are now radiating upgraded frequencies outward. You're not just absorbing light, you're sharing it. People may be drawn to you more than usual. They may say, something about you feels different. That's not just in their head. That's resonance. You've changed your signal. This is the beginning of a new cycle. And if you stay awake, if you continue listening, the universe will meet you in miraculous ways. This journey through Mercury's furthest point was not random. It was perfectly timed, perfectly orchestrated, and deeply personal. The signs, dreams, triggers, and revelations you received, they were for you, tailored to your evolution. So hold them close, act on them, trust them, because the next phase of your journey depends on it. You're not just a seeker anymore. You're a transmitter, a lighthouse, a way shower, and infinity beyond is here to walk with you every step of the way. You may not realize it yet, but your new timeline has already started. The energetic portal initiated by Mercury's farthest point from the Sun wasn't just a celestial event. It was a timeline split, a crossroads between who you were and who you're now becoming. If you've been feeling a strange blend of peace and uncertainty, joy and fatigue, inspirations and detachment, that's because you're in transit. Between frequencies, between stories, between old paradigms and new potentials. This is your recalibration phase. The choices you make now will determine how the next season of your life unfolds. Not just externally, but energetically. Because every thought, every action, every word you speak in this period carries amplified resonance. You're not just on a new timeline, you're weaving it. Mercury's influence lingers even after the alignment ends. It's like the echo of a bell after it rings. Soft, subtle, but powerful. This echo is rippling through your energetic field, bringing into form what your soul agreed to upgrade during the gateway. And here's where it gets interesting. The path ahead is no longer mapped. Your higher self is now writing the script in real time. This is why so many are experiencing sudden desires to change everything, from jobs to relationships to routines. You may be waking up with a strange clarity. I can't keep doing life this way. That's not burnout, that's awakening. Your soul is steering now. This is the phase where synchronicities intensify. You'll start to see confirmation that the universe is responding to your frequency. Repeating numbers, recurrent animals, song lyrics that answer your thoughts, messages in dreams, unexpected offers. These are breadcrumbs from your higher self. Follow them. But let's be real, this isn't always easy. You're leaving behind timelines that were built on who you used to be. That means people, patterns, and places may start to feel unfamiliar, draining, misaligned. This doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've outgrown the container. The discomfort you feel is growth in progress. Your nervous system is learning how to hold more power. Your mind is learning how to relax into the unknown. Your heart is learning how to lead. And your body is learning how to embody all of it. This is timeline activation. To move forward intentionally, create sacred checkpoints. Ask yourself each morning, what energy am I choosing to walk in today? What action aligns with my highest path? What can I release to move freely? These micro moments of mindfulness will shape your macro reality. Also, expect relationships to shift fast. As your frequency rises, you'll begin attracting new souls into your field. Soul family, collaborators, mentors, mirrors, and you may notice some old relationships naturally drifting. Don't chase. Don't force. Let the field self-organize. Some connections are karmic bridges. They were meant to get you to this point, not beyond it. If you feel emotional about this, honor it. Grief is not a step backward. It's proof that you loved, that you cared, and that you're evolving. Let yourself mourn the old you, the version who tried so hard, who didn't know better, who did the best they could. They're not a failure, they're your foundation. But they don't need to drive anymore. Let your higher self take the wheel. This new timeline will require courage. You'll be asked to follow your intuition even when it makes no sense, to move without proof, to believe before you see. This is quantum living. Your new reality isn't built by force. It's built by frequency. That means your inner world shapes your outer experience. Your mindset, your emotions, your energy hygiene, all of it matters more than ever. Protect your frequency like it's your most precious asset, because it is. That means saying no to drama. Prioritizing rest over hustle. Speaking your truth even if your voice shakes. Choosing faith over fear. Letting joy guide your next step. You are creating a life you've never lived before. You cannot do that from logic alone. You need alignment. You need embodiment. You need stillness. And you need trust. This is the new operating system of your soul. And in this system, things don't take time. They take alignment. One decision from your heart can collapse old timelines and accelerate new ones. So if you're wondering, what do I do next? Pause, breathe. Ask, what is the most aligned next step I can take today? Then take it. One step is enough. The universe will handle the rest. And as you walk this new path, remember, you are not alone. Thousands, millions are awakening alongside you. We're building this new earth together, and infinity beyond is here to help you map the stars within, while you walk your highest path without. There's a quiet voice inside you that's growing louder. Not the voice of fear, not the voice of the past, but the voice of your soul, your intuition. In the aftermath of Mercury's powerful alignment at Aeolian, the energetic space has shifted. The noise has cleared. The veil has thinned. And what's emerging from that space is you, the real you, the intuitive you. This is the moment when your inner voice becomes your compass, your truth teller, your pathfinder. Before the shift, many lived from the outside in, responding to expectations, demands, programming, and pressure. But now, something deeper is activating. You're being called to live from the inside out, to trust your feelings, to act on your knowing, to follow your energetic yes, even if it defies logic. This isn't just personal, it's planetary. The Mercury alignment didn't just stir your mind. It cleared space for your higher self to take the lead. You'll begin noticing it in subtle ways. A gut feeling you can't ignore. A sudden no when you used to people please. A wave of inspiration out of nowhere. The inner voice saying, it's time. That voice is your guide now. But here's the catch. Intuition speaks softly. It never yells. It doesn't argue. It doesn't force. That's why, in a world addicted to volume and validation, intuition often gets drowned out. This new timeline requires you to create space for that voice. Not only space in your schedule, but space in your system. Emotional space, mental stillness, energetic openness. So how do you amplify your intuition? Step 1. Silence the noise. Limit what you consume. If it drains you, overwhelms you, or distracts you from your own voice, step back. Social media scrolling, constant news, even well-meaning advice can clog your channel. Unplug to reconnect. Step 2. Listen to your body. Intuition lives in the body. A tight chest may mean resistance. Goosebumps can mean truth. Nausea might signal misalignment. Don't ignore your physical reactions. They're part of your soul's language. Step 3. Ask, then trust. You don't need complex rituals, just ask, what does my higher self want me to know right now? Then listen. Maybe it's a whisper. Maybe it's an image. Maybe it's just a feeling. Trust it. You're not crazy. You're remembering. You'll also start noticing that your inner voice will override old programming. Things that used to matter, approval, comparison, competition, begin to fade. They no longer resonate with your new vibration. Instead, peace becomes your priority. Integrity becomes your GPS. Alignment becomes your new success. And that scares the ego. The ego wants proof, guarantees, predictability. But intuition offers none of that. It offers resonance, a sense of rightness that transcends logic. And the more you act on it, the stronger it gets. You'll realize you don't need to plan everything. You just need to follow the next aligned step, and then the next, and then the next. That's how quantum shifts occur, one intuitive decision at a time. This is how miracles become normal. During this post-Mercury phase, you may also feel disconnected from external validation. Things that used to motivate you, likes, status, even money, feel hollow. That's because your soul is guiding you toward intrinsic fulfillment. You're being called to do things not for something, but from something, from truth, from purpose, from joy. And when you live this way, synchronicities multiply. The universe becomes your co-creator. Resources appear. Support flows in and doors open that you didn't even know existed, but only when you listen. So many people are awakening right now, but they're still doubting their intuition. What if I'm wrong, they ask. But what if you're right? What if that tiny whisper is the entire blueprint? Remember, fear often speaks louder, but intuition speaks clearer. You'll know it's intuition when it feels like a calm certainty. It isn't emotionally charged. It repeats itself gently. It leads you toward authenticity. This is your superpower now. Start small. Practice with daily choices. What to eat, where to walk, who to call. Notice how you feel before you think. That's where the signal lives. And when you follow it, celebrate. Affirm, I trusted myself. That anchors the voice deeper. It creates neural and energetic patterns of self-trust. You're not meant to follow everyone else's blueprint. You're meant to build your own. And your intuition is the architect, even when it leads you away from the crowd. Especially then. There will be times when you're the only one who feels the call. That's not loneliness, it's leadership. Trailblazers rarely have a map, but they are the map. You're not just awakening for yourself, you're awakening for your lineage, your community, your timeline, your future. And your voice is part of that awakening. Speak your truth, even if it trembles, even if it changes, even if you're not sure where it leads. Let it rise, let it guide you. Because in this new frequency, your intuition is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. And Infinity Beyond is here to remind you that everything you seek is already within. Let your soul speak, and we'll echo it across the stars.